Good morning, delegates. We will be talking about the climate change, and this meeting is hosted by the United Kingdom and Germany. We shall begin right now.
Thank you, Right Honourable Chair and esteemed delegates. The United Kingdom is honoured today to be hosting this convention on climate change and global warming. As other world leaders may know, human activities is the main cause of global warming and climate change, with the United States and China being one of the main contributors of and carbon emitters. This is why the United Kingdom is convinced that we must move on to renewable sources and green energy as soon as possible.
Well, Boris, my friend, don't you feel like climate change is just a hoax provoked by China to scare us all off, huh?
But Mr. President, climate change is not a hoax, and we must take swift actions to stop nations such as yours from emitting so much carbon dioxide into the earth. What about the nation of Russia, Mr. Vladimir Putin? What have you done to help mitigate the issue of climate change and global warming?
Russia is very concerned with climate change that has roamed and plagued the earth since the dawn of Industrial Revolution. And Russia think that Mr. Boris and Mr. Trump need to take some responsibility together with me and also Mr. C together.
Certainly on such issue that everybody needs to take part, and it's not the burden on any country solely, but it's our business to take care of environment as it's because it's from human activities, and Deutschland would like to suggest big country to help contribute and do more good.
Yes, and that's why I propose that the United States and China and other major nations emitting greenhouse gases must pay a tax or contribute more to help relieving the issue as soon as possible.
Well, the delegates of all nations, Mr. Trump, myself, will not be investing on trying to help it improve a myth that has been provoked by China. I will only make America great again.
Calm down.
Then what about Vladimir Putin? What have you and the nation of Russia done to help relieve this issue of climate change and global warming?
Russia has contributed the most to save the globe, to save the earth from global warming. Why don't Mr. Boris and the British go and pay to the Germany?
Mr. Putin, don't lie to the other. Don't lie to me. Russia has contributed nearly nothing to help relieve climate change. Speaking of the Germans, what about you, Angela Merkel? What's your policy on climate change and global warming?
Deutschland would like to insist that we have been having consistent policy on environment.
Let's all agree that Mr. President has to be responsible for all his actions and the climate change and global warming. Don't you agree, Ms. Merkel?
Ja, genau.
Does China agree that the US take responsibility?
Russia truly agrees that the United States and Mr. Trump need to stop build a wall and use the money to save the environment
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
All of us has used the money for environment. How about you?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I believe we have come to a conclusion that Mr. Trump has to be responsible for everything.
Yeah.
Don't you agree?
Well, he's walking away
I
as
take it.
usual. Yeah, nothing strange.